What's going on, y'all? It's your man Vic, and I'm the hot son of Columbia. Hey, I wanted to bring y'all a video quickly to talk about something that happened to me today, while it was fresh on my mind. And while talking to you about something that happened to me today that had me frustrated, y'all, had me upset, had me pissed off that I missed out on this opportunity. I wanted to take this time to talk about an investment that didn't go the way I wanted it to, but hopefully there's something else out there for me. But I wanted to show people that may run into this situation why they should not hesitate to move forward on it, okay? So, quick brief synopsis of what happened. I was headed down to an investment property in the country that me and my wife have, and while I was down there, a family member of hers mentioned a piece of land that was down there. So I wanted to go look at it. I went to go look at the land. It was for sale by owner. I looked and man, it's cleared already. Has electricity, has electric pole and everything on the land. Has two different easements or driveways to get into the land. So that was perfect too. And like I said, it was cleared. Until I called the gentleman, I didn't know that the land was also had a septic tank on it. So it had a well and septic already there. I would have needed to get with DHEC. See how many lines it had, how many mobile homes, because this was my plan to put mobile homes on the land. Could it have, help, how many could hold on this land? And it was all good. Everything was good. I was excited about it. This was on a Sunday. Today's Tuesday now. This was Sunday. Talked to my wife about it, let her know about the opportunity. I talked to my dad yesterday just so I can get some information of people he knew that could work on the septic for me, because it was still good. The well is always good. You just needed to get the septic drained or pumped. So I'm ready to move forward on it, right? Talked to the gentleman. He was selling it for $8,500. He would have taken $5,000. So I'm good. And I don't have to put well and septic, and I don't have to get it cleared. So I called him today after talking to my wife. Now, the family member that saw it first, I didn't want to just jump on it because the family member did see it. So that was another part of the hesitation and wanting to make sure that we talked to him. Did he want to do it, or anything like that, instead of just going and do it on my own and feeling like I just left him out. So we talked to him, called the day. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and do this. He tells me, sorry, it's already sold. That slight hesitation is what caused me to lose this home. Not only, or this property, this land. I had big plans for it, and I'm going to tell you about the investment opportunity with this land and how it already having septic and already being cleared saved me a lot of money. So when it comes to land, you have to do what's also called a perk test or a percolation test to check the soil, make sure it's livable if you want to build on it and things like that. I didn't need to do that. I already know it had been lived on. It had a homestead. It had septic. Only thing I needed DHEC to do was come out there and check the well and septic to be able to go ahead and purchase the land. I had also in Sumter, South Carolina, which is not far from where the land is, they have some trailers there, single wides, $3,500 for single wides, $6,500 for double wides. Now, I'm giving y'all this tidbit of information. If you got some land, or if you thinking about getting some land, there you go. $3,500 for a single wide, $6,500 for a double wide, $2,200 to move and set up the single wide, $4,000 to move and set up the double wide mobile home. All right, so here's what I was planning on doing. Buying the land. Okay, I was gonna get the land from him for $5,000. I was gonna move a single wide down there for $3,500. Now I'm at $8,500. $2,200 to move it and set it up to the septic, and also put the electric, the meter and everything on there, the stairs, skirt, and I would have been at $10,700. That would have been my total investment. Now in this area, I would have been able to rent that single wide out for about $400 or $450 a month. A double wide you can rent out for $550. In Columbia or Hopkins, another area, that same single wide you can rent out for like $650, $700. Double wide you can rent out for $750, $800. I'll get to those numbers in a minute. So that would have been my total investment because it already had a septic on there, and that septic could have handled 2 trailers. And then I would have needed to get another septic and well dug, and that would have cost me $2,500. I had already done the work on that as well, $2,500 to get that done. So if I would have put 2 single wides and 2 double wide trailers on there, one septic that's already there, and then added another septic for $2,500, my total investment with all these, with the trailers, the moving of the trailers, the septic, and the land and everything, my total investment would have been $39,900. Now, instead of putting all that into one, I could have just done 1 or 2 up front, say 2 single wides, and then waited a year or 2 and then put the 2 double wides on there, and I wouldn't have had to put so much out at one time. That would have been my investment. So with that being said, let's just say I went ahead and did it, all together, right? And move forward. Now, also, I always say I'm usually say in all my videos, when I'm talking about investment, you don't have to always try to do everything by yourself. If you have friends that are like-minded, family members that are like-minded, that want to get into investing and making money, and money that will last them, it will be a start to them not having to work and have a 9-to-5, but put money in their pocket, annually. Then you want that residual income, get with them and say, hey, let's split this 2 ways, 3 ways, 4 ways, 5 ways, however many ways you need to split it to make it work for you. All right. We get greedy a lot of times and say, no, I'm only wanting to do 2 people because I want more money. Sometimes you have to think about what's feasible for you today to be able to save money now, make money in the process, and then 5 years from now you won't need 5 people, you'll just need 3 people. And then after you do the next one and you only need 3 people, then you only need 1 person because you will have accumulated enough money to do it on your own. So now this would have been my total investment of $39,900. Now, if I'm in this area is Clarendon County, is where I found this land at. Okay. Now, I could have rented out the single wides for $400. Let's say $400, because like I said, I really could rent it for $450 or $500. But let's just say I did it for $400, and 12 months. That's $4,800. I got 2 of them. That's going to bring me $9,600, almost $10,000 over that year. The double wides, $500, which again I can rent for more. $500. That's $6,000 a year times 2. That's going to bring you $12,000 for the double wides. You add that up, that's $21,600. All right. Now again, that's almost, reaching your investment total that you put in. So after 2 years, that's $43,000 and $43,200. Now you've reached your total investment. In 2 years, you've reached over what your investment was in just 2 years. So now every year after that, you're bringing in residual income of $21,000 every year. That's one investment that you now have $21,000 a year. 5 years, that's $100,000. Right? Now, find you another plot of land or a different investment. Find you, off of that $21,000, find you a townhome or a duplex. Use your credit to do something else and bring in more income. All right? You could keep this property right here for 5, 10 years, and then turn around to the person that's living in it and say, hey, do you want to do you want to purchase this mobile home? They say, yeah. They purchase the mobile home. You sell it to them you can sell it to them for exactly what you bought it for, or you can sell it to them for $5,000. Now they own the mobile home, but you still own the land, and you charge them land rent. They pay you $50 or $100 a month for land rent. So now, even though they own the trailer, they bought the trailer from you or the mobile home from you, you're still making money off of the land rent. See where I'm going here? Always thinking of ways to have that residual income, right? The land is still yours. Now, let's just say I was in Hopkins or Columbia doing this same investment. I could charge $650 or $750 or $800 for single wides and double wides, right? So I could profit $33,000 a year if I did $650 for a single wide, $750 for a double wide mobile home. I would profit $33,600 a year. Now the land may cost you a little more. That was just a good deal for that land. So you can find land. I have land right now that I'm selling. If you're looking for it, 236 Country Haven Road. 236 Country Haven Road, Hopkins, South Carolina, 29061, that I'm selling for $12,500 for a client of mine. $12,500, 1.14 acres. All right, so the land may be a little different here than it is there in Clarendon County. But again, you can put on that land, you still can put 2 or 3 trailers on there, or your own trailer, whatever you want to do, but you have opportunities. And this is a great way of making money. I know people look at like, do people still live in trailers? Yes, they do. People still live in the mobile homes and the trailers or whatnot. And the other great thing about it is if you're an investor, mobile homes are not taxed as like property, like a house. If you live in that house and it's your home, you're taxed at a 4% tax rate. But if it's an investment property, if you buy a home and say it's your home and you live in it, you move to another house and now you're renting it out, it's now an investment property because you no longer live in there. That's not your residence. You have to now be taxed at 6% tax, property tax. That 2% is a big deal when it comes to how much you're going to pay back in taxes on your property every year. So the good thing about mobile homes and trailers is you're not being taxed like property tax. All right. They have a, it's like the DMV. It's like a vehicle, so you have to go to the DMV and deal with it that way, like a title, like a car, not like a deed. So the mobile home is going to have a title. A home is going to have a deed. So that's another great thing when it comes to having mobile homes or trailers. All right. So then if you get enough of them, you can have your own mobile home park and all those different things. So it's a lot of upside to it. So this is why I hate that I missed out on that opportunity. So I'm scrounging and looking for some more opportunities but they just don't come like that every day. So if you ever have an opportunity come, you guys, and it just feels so good to you, jump on it. I did not jump on mine, but I hope in this video I was able to show you guys opportunity to grow your residual income. And let's say you're working on a job and your monthly income is $2,500 a month, right? But you're tired of working. I hate working. I hate this freaking job. Find you some ways to, while you're making money, save money. When you get your taxes back, hold on to it. Don't spend it on anything crazy. Find you something to invest in. And then let's just say you invest in something and that's bringing you $500 a month. Find you something else to invest in that's bringing you another $5. Okay? Find you 5 things that are bringing you $500 a month. And now you're accumulating what your actual income is on a 9 to 5. Why do you still need that job? Go ahead and let that be your income if that's what you're looking to do. Now you have more time to do a lot of other things, make money other ways, do some things that you're passionate about, be home with the kids, be at the school and functions and all these different things. So there's a lot of ways that you can quit your 9 to 5, but you have to have a goal and then a plan, okay? Because a goal without a plan is simply a wish. a dream, but you have to put those things into action. All right, by starting off with a plan. I'm your man Vic. If you have any questions, you need anything from me, you want me to help you build yourself a successful investment business, just holler at me. All right, you know where I'm at. Hassan of Colombia on YouTube, Hassan of Colombia on Facebook, Victor Hugie on Facebook, Instagram, Fit with Vic. Find me in all these forums. You can email me at hassanofcolombia@gmail.com. I'm your man Vic. Holla at you.